What's going on, guys? Bears and Dragons here, and welcome to episode 8 for the Vettel Alonso career mode. And we return to Silverstone.
Here we are, back at the British Grand Prix. And in F1 2012, the race is boring. F1 2013, the race is boring. But will it change this time? 5 headlights, let's go for the British Grand Prix.
And we've both got pretty decent starts. I think we might be able to pass Massa. Yes, we do. And we're up in the 5th place going into turn 1. Hamilton gets a very good start from pole position. And he's already leading his teammate going into turn 3. We're both looking to get past Kevin Magnussen in the McLaren, and that will be a very easy job, and it is. We're up into 4th and 5th, and Ricciardo up the field in 3rd place. I don't think he will be for much longer, as we've tried to go round the outside of him, and we've made our way through into the top 3. No! Rosberg again!
I've had to go wide because you've got damage. I didn't want to damage my front wing, and Bottas has a little bit of damage as well. You've lost your front wing.
I don't believe it. Nico Rosberg again. He was so slow through turn 4, and we've lost our front wing, and this is just an absolute calamity for Sebastian Vettel.
It's a bit like me in the US Grand Prix. I lost my front wing when Ricciardo brake checked me. Absolute mayhem on the first lap. Now we're coming towards the end of the first lap. I'm under pressure from Nico Hülkenberg, and you are just falling down the field.
We had to take a massive journey back to the pit lane, and this is going to be the slowest pit lane that we'll ever come across through the entire season, actually. And now, at the end of the first lap, we are having to change our front wing and give ourselves a new fresh set of tyres, and maybe we might be forced to go to the end of the Grand Prix because a 25% race is a one-stop race. So I think we're going to have to drag these tyres to the end of the Grand Prix.
That's the exact question I was thinking. Will you have to try and drag those tyres to the end? It's no easy task at all. Well, I'm a bit far off Daniel Ricciardo, but don't worry, I got a plan. Cut through there. That is a lovely corner cutting. Ah, this is not working. This is not working at all. The cards don't have enough downforce to do the corner cut.
I don't believe it, Dragons.
Damn it!
You've just cut through Maggotts and Beckett's again.
And it didn't work this time compared to last season. Meanwhile, the two Mercedes cars are really fighting each other. Is it Hamilton in the lead?
I think it's still Lewis Hamilton in the lead of the Grand Prix. You're going to have to check because you're a lot closer than I am. I think it's still Lewis Hamilton leading the British Grand Prix right now, ahead of Rosberg, ahead of Daniel Ricciardo, and you're not too far behind in 4th place, but Rosberg keeping Hamilton quite honest at the moment.
Well, big news here, we've skipped to lap 5, and Hamilton has been passed by Rosberg and Ricciardo.
Unbelievable, Daniel Ricciardo pulling his weight for Red Bull, and he moves himself up into 2nd place. Ricciardo could actually win this Grand Prix, but it's Nico Rosberg leading the British Grand Prix. Dragons has really caught up with Hamilton, and I've just gone off the track, and I'm still in last place, and Rosberg has the fastest lap of the Grand Prix as well.
You may as well do what I did in USA and just try and get the fastest lap. It's the only hope now. Meanwhile, I've been like around 2 seconds behind these front 3 for about 6 laps the whole time since we stopped recording and restarted recording. I'm not even in DRS either. God's sake. I actually hate Silverstone. This car does not go well with Silverstone at all. But we're going to keep pushing.
I'm last.
Oh yeah, good for you.
Dragons.
The only good thing for you, the only consolation, is that you've made a pit stop, so you might gain a bit of time when everyone else hits. But you'd have to be pretty lucky for that.
I think so, because I'm still 5 seconds behind Bianchi and Dragons. The opportunity is open for you to potentially get a podium.
Yeah, absolutely. But obviously, I don't know why Hamilton's starting to pull away. We've nearly gone. Here we go. Tension is high here on the back straight into the DRS zone. I've even gone purple. Just look at that. Now my pace rises here.
And there goes Dragons. He's going to pass Ricciardo. Ricciardo's lost 2 places. Hamilton's up to 2nd. Dragons up to 3rd. And it is pit stop time in Silverstone.
I better avoid him then. Alright. Oh, God. Oh, dear.
He's nearly hit him, thankfully. You didn't lose your front wing there.
Well, you can't say I didn't try to avoid Lewis Hamilton there. I've done the fastest lap through the pit lane. And it's now pit stop time.
You couldn't write this, even if you wanted to. Dragons getting a fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Unbelievable.
What, do you believe it? I don't believe it. Meanwhile, I'm coming out of the pits, we're way ahead of you. I've really underestimated how badly you've been affected by that crash. And I think my teammate Raikkonen, I really hope he's paid. He's not paid, for goodness sake. Your teammate can pull weight, but mine can't. Where's the logic? It's Kimi Raikkonen. But anyway, lap 7 of the Grand Prix. And Hamilton putting pressure on, I think that's the Lotus and Raikkonen here. They're going to try and get ahead as quickly as we can. It's not good news for me or Hamilton, as we're out in dirty air.
Well, meanwhile, we are currently 17th. So, you know, we're trying to do the best job we can. We've got 6 laps to try and get into the points, because the fastest lap is definitely out of question. Our pace has not been too great in this Grand Prix since that first lap crash, and Dragon needs to get past Hamilton ASAP if he wants to have a chance of winning the British Grand Prix.
Absolutely, but I've hampered my own exit. I probably would have had him by the end of the straight.
I think he would have through Copse. Hamilton goes slightly wide, but you haven't got the greatest drive either.
There's only one way to solve this beast, and that is to cut through here and ahead of Hamilton and Raikkonen. You couldn't write it. The corner cut has worked again. It's unbelievable. We're ahead of Hamilton. In other news, Hamilton is actually stuck behind Raikkonen, so Raikkonen helping me out here. But just look how I've just gotten past the Raikkonen and Hamilton.
I genuinely don't believe it.
And you say corner cutting doesn't work. You say cheaters never prosper. I'm prospering. It's just like Britain 2011 all over again when I went off on purpose and you lost out.
Well, that's Ricciardo.
And
you've jumped him as well. But Rosberg's out in front.
Well, obviously that's a slight issue, but with that corner cut, I'm set for life here. I'm in the wall, and I'm into the barrier.
You turned too early into Copse.
I turned way too early, and I'm stuck in the wall and the gravel, and everything has just gone wrong.
So Nico Rosberg will be romping clear now in the lead of the British Grand Prix. Disaster strike for Ferrari. And look at this.
No,
Dragons.
I can't let you prosper while I'm failing. Absolutely not. But I cannot believe what's just happened.
Unbelievable. Dragons crashing into Copse. And the championship's been split wide open now.
It was all going so well. But a driver error has absolutely screwed me over here. As I still have to pit in, I may as well retire the race.
Well, is there anything you could do to get at least a championship point?
Well, I am getting the championship point. I've got the fastest lap, remember?
That is true.
I do have the fastest lap, but I just need to hope that it doesn't get beaten. But it's an absolute catastrophe. It went from possibly getting a good 19 points to just 1.
18 points thrown down the bin. Literally, like the click of a finger. Like the push of a button. And that's how cruel Formula 1 can be here, guys. And Dragons having to make a second pit stop of the day. And he's gonna be... He's last. Well, we've just found out, guys, that Nico Rosberg has taken the victory.
I'm going to do one more corner cut as a celebration. There it is. There's the last corner cut of my race. Hopefully, anyway. But my race has gone absolutely torridly. It couldn't have gone any worse for me. As I was in the podium earlier, and now I'm P18. Meanwhile, you are just about limping your way to P9.
Well, it's P9, but that's not going to help, is it?
We have absolutely lost out in the championship.
2 points in the British Grand Prix. Not too bad considering where we were in the first lap, but we could have done a lot better. But speaking of a lot better, well, Dragons definitely comes to mind here because he's... Instead of scoring 19 points, he's only going to score 1.
Into the wall.
And there we go. So that was the British Grand Prix. Nico Rosberg winning in the end, ahead of Daniel Ricciardo, scoring his first podium of the season. Lewis Hamilton completing the podium there.
Lewis Hamilton letting the great fans down. But Maldonado has scored points this season.
Williams have finally hit the ground running.
No, Lotus! Well, Grosjean did score points in Germany, and now it's a double whammy for Lotus as they've scored again.
Unbelievable.
Now the question is, did I keep that fastest lap after going into the pits?
Your best lap was a 30.
Yeah, absolutely. I smashed it just by pitting in.
Have you seen my lap though, mate? 36.4.
Oh dear.
Oh, that's going to be the last time I'm going to be so slow.
Well, we may as well get into our next race right now.
Our final race of the episode, it is the Belgian Grand Prix, and we're 5th and 6th on the grid. And Mercedes have a chance to seal the Constructors' title.
After that horrid race in Silverstone, me and Hamilton are literally 25 and 26 points off. I need a win here in Belgium, and away we go.
And it's a good start from Lewis Hamilton for pole position. We get a great start from 5th place. We're looking to attack into turn number 1 into La Source. Dragons takes the lead. Unbelievable start from the Ferrari. But he's a little bit off into the exit. And Hamilton retakes the lead again. Rosberg might be 5th by the time you come to Eau Rouge.
Well, it was the biggest dive bomb you'll ever see from me in a long time. I've gone in the grass. I've cut Eau Rouge. How do you cut Eau Rouge?
I've cut my way past Nico Hulkenberg, who's somehow 3rd at the end of the demonstrate.
Meanwhile, I've gotten into the lead of the Grand Prix.
So let's hope it's not deja vu. Remember last season, Dragons, you had a collision with Lewis Hamilton.
Oh,
that
no.
took you both out of race winning contention, and Mark Webber took the second win in a row last season. So Dragons leads the Belgian Grand Prix ahead of Hamilton, ahead of Hulkenberg. Not for much longer. If we have anything to say about it, we are up into third place.
Well, where the hell is Nico Rosberg? He's had a horrendous start.
And that's exactly what you need to stay in the World Championship hunt in Brazil. And now, Dragons is in the driver's seat right now, but how long will he stay there? I don't think I will, because I've got wide into P1.
Oh, you've gone wide again on the exit, so Hulkenberg will take P3 back from you.
So the Force India looking very punchy here. Rosberg trying to find a way past Felipe Massa, but I think Raikkonen has just mugged him off.
Well, that's brilliant. Raikkonen trying to help me out again.
The King of Spa mugging off Rosberg.
Well, meanwhile, Hamilton. Here comes Lewis Hamilton in that Mercedes engine car. And he's now got the slipstream. He's got the speed. He's got the talent. But have I got the defending skills? And he backs out on a straight.
Well, that's odd, but Nico Hulkenberg is going to say thank you very much. I mean, we will. Because we're going to dive on the both of them. Down into the bus stop chicane, and we nearly lose on the curb, but we're past Hulkenberg, but not for long.
Here comes Sebastian Vettel in that very dead Renault engine, looking to get ahead of Hamilton, and you are able to.
Easily as well, we pick off Lewis Hamilton, and we're up in a
Well,
second.
hasn't history been made once again?
With another fastest lap of the Grand Prix, lap 3 now, and that means DRS has been enabled, and that means Lewis Hamilton has got a great
Oh
run
my
up.
God.
What kind of run is that?
Well, it's a very good run, and he's going to easily breeze past. Now, I'm starting to sense danger, as Hamilton is probably the one who can pick a fight with me here.
We're not gonna give up that easily, so we go into the com and we retake second place. It's a great scrap between me and Hamilton, but you're gonna pull away, and that's exactly what you need.
I was about to warn you to be careful. Wasn't it on this very lap where I got taken out by Hamilton?
I think it was.
Or lap 1 or lap 3 or 2 is when I got taken out, and you're fighting Hamilton right now. Imagine if he takes you out, that would do me even more good.
It would.
But depending where Rosberg is, maybe it would do me bad, as Rosberg would pick up the pieces.
Well, we do know that Nico Rosberg is struggling at the moment behind Kimi Raikkonen, behind Felipe Massa, as he looks to extend his lead in the championship, going into Brazil and make it just 2 people able to win the championship.
Yes, guys, we forgot to mention this whole season that we're only doing 10 races, as I've gone purple. Have I actually got pace? Because I actually feel pretty slow. I think I could be a bit quicker than this.
Well, I don't know, but you're definitely showing some pretty solid pace out in front, Dragons. I have to give you credit.
Here we go, at the end of lap 5, and as you can see, it's pit stop time. And hopefully we don't crash in the pit lane.
Yeah, hopefully not, because
I can't be bothered.
No.
I've completely missed the pit lane, so I just gave up. It's better to stay out. Meanwhile, you're pitting in with Lewis Hamilton, so that's helping me. I might not get held up.
Well, the window of opportunity has been open for the undercut. Rosberg stays out as well, and we're going to fit on a set of medium tyres and a race to the end of the race. Oh, for God's sake, the Williams! Why?
Oh, yeah.
No, it's not even a Williams!
At least they're still ahead of Hamilton. Meanwhile, with me, I'm just out in front. I tried to turn in, but I overshot the corner. And there's no point losing time, is there? So I just decided to stay out and try and push hard this lap.
Well, maybe that might be a smart decision. We don't know, but we'll find out by the time this lap is over. So you're still leading quite by some margin to Nico Rosberg. It must be said, Dragons.
For the pits. I actually have to turn in this time. I can't just
Don't
do
hit the
another
wall.
lap. Nope.
There we
Gotta
go. He
miss
hasn't hit
wall.
the wall. He hasn't bottled it. So you're doing all right, Dragons. You've done that one. You've done that bit. You've come into the pit, and you're going to fit a set of fresh tyres on. Meanwhile, Hamilton won't leave you alone.
Well, at least for me, the good thing for me is that you got held up and I won't get held up. Meanwhile, Raikkonen stays out as the teammate just cannot seem to pit when the other teammate pits in. Meanwhile, you're still under severe pressure from Lewis Hamilton.
Well, we're trying our best to keep him behind, and I think you've ended up extending your lead, for God's sake.
Well, that's the good thing.
Falling into place for Ferrari.
It's now the final lap of the race, and Hamilton really pressuring Sebastian Vettel. Meanwhile, I've got quite a decent lead here.
And Lewis Hamilton has breezed through again. Up into second place goes the Mercedes driver, and he looks to reinstate his hopes of winning a second championship by finishing ahead of two of his main rivals here. But Dragons is still out in front. He's been leading this entire Grand Prix. It's been domination from start to finish for the Ferrari. Very weird feeling here for you, I guess.
Well, at the moment, I'm just trying to focus on not putting it in the bin like Silverstone. Just keep it on the track. It doesn't matter if I lose a second on this lap. It just matters if I cross the line in first, and you're starting to lose out on Lewis Hamilton, which is good for him and his championship hopes. Meanwhile, I'm starting to drive pretty badly here. But it doesn't matter how elegant the last lap is. It just matters that you cross the line in the lead.
Absolutely, Dragons. That is... yeah, you've just basically summed that one up. But can we get back second place? We've been here this entire time. Dragons is on his way to victory. Hamilton really is making use of that clean air he has.
He's got ERS. He's harvesting the fake ERS.
Finally, we've got over 200 miles an hour. Finally, we're going to do it. And we're going to pass Lewis Hamilton.
Is it possible for Sebastian Vettel to pass him? Meanwhile, I'm coming round the bus stop chicane, and it's going to be our third win and probably our most important victory of the season. Alonso wins in Belgium.
And we finish second place. In your face, Lewis Hamilton. And Lewis Hamilton will complete the podium. Nico Rosberg in at P4.
But when you realise that my fastest lap was better than yours.
I'm sure.
I thought you said you weren't going to be slow again when you did a 136 in Silverstone. What happened to that promise?
Well, it's pretty clear that has been broken.
Yeah, absolutely. Meanwhile, Hamilton in P3 getting robbed near the line. That's not going to help him. And Rosberg ending up in P4 and Hulkenberg in 5th from 3rd on the grid.
So Nico Hulkenberg really bringing in those consistent results for Force India. Felipe Massa finishes 6th, Kimi Raikkonen 7th, Magnussen 8th, Perez 9th, and Valtteri Bottas completing the top 10. Daniel Ricciardo, what's happened?
I think he did a 2-stop. I remember seeing him in the pits, and we didn't film that, but he was in the pits for a second time for some reason.
Unbelievable. Daniel Ricciardo has one good race and it's back to square one for him.
Absolutely. Well, let's get into our celebrations on the penultimate race.
And there is Fernando Alonso getting out of his car as a race winner again, which gets him back into the championship race, and that is the end of this double episode. The next episode will be the finale in Brazil, so stay tuned for that. And it's goodbye from Belgium.